hold on. But that's in the same episode. The same episode, the other plot. Ross and Monica's cousin come to stay, and it's Denise Richards, and Ross is trying to fuck her. Ross is trying to have sex with his own cousin. This is the same episode.
What year, Denise Richards?
But I know one movie you did watch. You watched old Judge Dredd. I am the law.
Oh man, I've been so excited to talk about this movie. The opening shot of the Cursed Earth, Carl Urban narrating over this thing. Oh my god, I lost my mind.
Is that Carl Urban? Because I've wrote James Earl Jones. I didn't bother to look up, I just assumed it was James Earl Jones.
Because Carl Urban's Dredd in this, with the slow-mo and stuff.
Is he? What
did you watch? I watched 2012's Dredd, the masterpiece.
No,
Alex Garland.
You watched a good movie. No, I had to sit through 1995. Judge
No,
Dredd.
I don't want to talk about it. No.
Because I was about to say that movie sounds amazing that you were explaining.
Right, man.
No, our movie opens very differently than that.
Judge Dredd, 1995.
In a dystopian future, Judge Dredd, the most famous judge, is convicted for a crime he did not commit and must face his murderous counterpart.
Directed by Danny Cannon. Quite a good director, man. Quite a good director.
Give me 3 other things he's directed.
I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Underrated wee sequel.
Was that
Pretty
Jack
cool.
Black with the cornrows?
It was Dreadlocks.
Jack Black, the Rastafarian.
It's a cool slasher with a Caribbean theme. No, he done The Young Americans with Harvey Keitel. That's really cool. And Boston Kickout. By the way, I watched this a bunch as a kid.
I have not watched this movie all the way through. I might have seen it once when I was a kid. I have no recollection. There's 2 scenes in this movie that I remember. One of them is Rob Schneider hiding in like the robot and he's covered in spaghetti. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
Fucking Rob Schneider, man.
And the second memory of this movie is very final scene where he's driving off on the bike. Spoiler.
With the matte painting.
Yeah, that's my only 2 memories.
It's a gorgeous shot.
It's a nice shot. It's a shame that we've never seen any of that in the movie.
You get little hints of it though, like this introduction. It's kind of cool.
That shows really nice. It shows you all the comic book covers. And it has a nice big logo, the Judge Dredd logo, the big yellow font.
The font's lovely. Logo's nice. The
promising start.
Absolutely.
Love that runtime also, 90 minutes.
It moves as well. A bit too fast.
Oh yeah, this has been chopped. There is another cut of this movie somewhere, lying on the floor somewhere. Do you think he wanted this to be a franchise?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Do you think he wanted this to be like the Dredd 1, 2, 3? Do you think he wanted to make this a thing?
This thing was loaded with confidence. He thought this was going to be absolutely massive, and he's trying to age himself down just a wee bit in it. You can tell throughout the movie. But so you're talking like 93, okay? Cliffhanger. It's a cool movie. John Lithgow, great villain in it.
Yep.
Demolition Man, 93 as well.
Great film, one of his best.
Great Wesley Snipes.
Oh, fantastic! But I think one of his best.
The Specialist with Sharon Stone.
Was okay.
95, Judge Dredd.
I think it goes downhill, doesn't it?
A year later, Daylight.
Daylight in the Tunnel, that's an okay movie.
Good movie, Daylight.
That's a pretty underrated movie.
Rest in peace, Sage Stallone, man.
That's
He was cool. He later got involved with a lot of film restorations.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. Assassins, 95 as well. I watched that a lot as a kid for some reason.
That wasn't very good, was it?
I like Banderas in it. Remember that scene? He's got the table and the house explodes and he fires out there and he's like, ha, ha, ha.
It's got its moments, but it's a bit boring.
And 97, my favourite work of his ever, and one of my favourite movies.
What's that?
Copland.
Copland's very good.
It's his best work.
Judge Dredd, not to be confused with the good one that came out in 2012. So as I said, it starts off promising because I like the font.
It's kind of got a cheek to show the comic book cover because it basically, I thought it should have ended with just going in a dumpster and then a fire starts.
Look at this comic book. So we're acknowledging that this comic book exists. Is it James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, right, okay.
Yeah.
He's basically just doing the Darth Vader voice, isn't he?
Aye.
He's not even trying. He's just been like, you want me to do this as Vader?
It's not even that. It's
How much did he get paid?
It's Lion King for the year before.
You're right. He was just doing it, wasn't he?
Good on him.
How much did he get paid, Chink? Too much, innit?
Do you know what? Know enough for Mr. Jones. Good on him. Here, listen. A Danny Cannon film. Come on. Listen. This is a movie. This is a movie, and that's absolutely fine.
The movie opens. Rob Schneider's the first thing you see. He sticks out like a sore thumb in this movie. Even just the size of him. No, but I mean, he's just dead wee. Wee
Rob Schneider in the mega city. What?
That's what it's like. It's like Rob's Big Adventure. It's like it starts off. There's no judges. There's no crime. It starts off Rob. He's just got a prison. Some judges like, oh, you're going to this suite. He gets in a taxi and he's looking around the big city. It's like the Beverly Hills Cop scene where he's looking at all the palm trees and stuff. It's ridiculous.
This is who you attach yourself to, and it's a good entry into this world. I'm going to defend this a wee bit.
No,
listen, it's a bit Dreamcast.
Oh, I was about to say, this is a great video game for the time, but my God, these special effects do not hold up.
You still get miniatures. Is the prison transport and stuff like that? There is some miniature work with some mats.
It actually looks okay. I know it's a bit dated, but for the time it looks good. Some of the set design's really good. The sort of weird, I mean, it's very Blade Runner-esque. The sets have still, but, you know, everything was... It's all Rob Schneider, this opening this movie. You need to open this movie by Judge Dredd, because it's called Judge Dredd. This movie opens with like 6 minutes of Schneider. It's so snidey.
6 minutes of Schneider.
That's his wife hates one. It's far too much Rob Schneider, and he just sticks out. He's just annoying for the get-go. Mega City 1 looks like a good video game. I wrote that in my notes.
Movie looks pretty cool. It's not 2000 AD, but it's a cool effort. It's something. Looks like ground level Fifth Element. Do you know what? Yeah. See when he's walking the streets? I think it works. It's pretty cool. Just show me a bit more of that.
But that's what I'm saying. There is not any of that in this movie. There's a couple of scenes maybe on the street. It's all indoors. It's all apartment buildings. There is not enough, like, as you said, like actual street stuff, which would have been much better. There's
no world building at all.
No.
That 2012 movie is full of that. I think so far, pretty decent. It's like a Universal ride with wee Schneider.
He's like he's on the ride. He goes in this wee cab and he's just going around all the checkpoints of the city.
I think the score is making this thing out to be the bee's knees. It's a good score, man. It's a really good score by Sylvester. Predator. You're shrugging? This is a good score.
It does nothing for me. Maybe it is a good score, but I don't care about the movie at all at this point because all I've seen is Rob Schneider. Make me care about this movie, show me something cool. We're nearly 7 minutes deep, and then we get James Remar in here. Rob Schneider walks in the room, he's like, look, we got here, little cupcake. And James Remar's like, we're in the middle of a block war.
That's a good Remar. Oh my God. Oh man, this whole time, you wee devil.
So they're in the middle of a block war, which is... a gang fight?
Yeah.
There's a war on
the comic.
Oh, so that's actually something that's in the comics. Like, you'll need to keep me right because I've read 1 or 2 comics.
Listen, they've took the titles of the comics, that's it.
Right, okay. A couple of bikes roll up. What are the bikes called again? Just so I'm right.
Lawmaster.
That's a cool name for a bike.
It's a cool name for a bike.
Lawmasters are cool.
Lawgiver's the gun.
Right, okay.
James Remar in a classic scumbag role.
Oh, that's his ticket, man. He's an African scumbag in African. He's got that face, hasn't he? Right, so 2 judges are introduced. One of them is Hershey, which is the female kind of love interest, I guess, in the movie.
Miss Diane Lane.
Diane Lane, who looks great in this movie for the 4 scenes that she's in it. Criminally underused. Criminally. See what I've done there? Oh no, first of many puns, my friend.
I got it.
Thank you. And the rookie. I don't even know if this cunt's got a name. Just some guy that she calls Rookie.
This is Balthazar Getty. I've got his name later on the line, man, but it doesn't matter. He's just a wee wiener I've wrote here with Hershey. We get this the way Dredd enters this scene, this slow motion shot.
This is where Sylvester Stallone walks in, like, big dick energy.
This codpiece?
Aye, oh no, that's what I'm saying. He walks in there with his big gun and his big wang. And he goes, I am the law, you're under arrest. And he barks a bunch of shit that I don't know what he's saying. He's basically saying, come out with your hands up, I assume, or something like that. They say no, then he says, I knew you were going to say that. Which, get used to that, because that's his catchphrase for this movie. I'm not super familiar with comics, but I think it looks good. I think the helmet's cool. I think the sort of, I don't know, the shoulder supports, whatever they're called, with the eagle on it, or whatever, is cool as fuck. I think the actual costumes and the bikes in this movie look cool. The judges do look cool, but the wee microphone coming out his helmet was a wee bit shite.
It's Versace and it's stunning. It is stunning.
Yeah, they look great, yeah. Hugo Boss done the Nazi uniforms, that's what we're confused.
The
You want to be all uncomfortable for they did?
I agree.
The fact.
I know, I just want to talk about Judge Dredd, man. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just want to talk about this silly movie. Okay. Yeah, the Nazis, Ryan. What else do you want to talk about the Nazis? Come on.
I'm the law.
That's all it would be.
You can't understand what he's saying, even in the movie. Tell you that's why nobody ever comes out with their hands up, because they don't know what he's saying.
I wouldn't ever
shoot him, man, just fucking shoot us, cunt.
Everybody freaks out, they shoot at Dredd, he shouts some crap science about the bullet range.
Those bullets, they're shooting from these guns and they only have a 300 metre range and we're 500 metres away. Or something like that, whatever. He's delivering these facts so assuredly. His character is so robotic to the point where I'm like, does Sylvester Stallone think that Judge Dredd's a robot? Like, obviously this movie, we'll get to it, but like, the opening scene of this movie, I'm like, is he playing him like a robot? Like, he's actually doing the RoboCop thing.
I think he was told that, I think it was whispered, hey, by the way, you're a clone. And he was like, oh, that must mean a robot.
Aye, is he just stupid? Because he's a bit daft, isn't he? Big Stone, big. How much his brain's just all dried up with steroids at this point, right? But I think he's just seen RoboCop a few years earlier and he's just like, that's Judge Dredd. Because he is walking like RoboCop, he's got that big stiff walk. He's like, you're a guy? You're not a robot, you don't need to walk like that.
I think that's how Stallone walks, man.
A kind of cool scene where they storm the building. Dredd shoots through the floor and falls down into the apartment. He's got his gun, what is it you said, the lawgiver, sorry. And he gives actions and it's like rapid fire. What's the other one?
Double whammy.
Okay, but this scene's fine, like, apart from any time he's talking. Dustman, that's it. But the stuff with the guns cool. I think the guns... Grenade!
Balthazar Getty gets popped by one of Remar's crew. We get a drock. That's for the comics, that's pretty cool. That's like, fuck.
Oh, right, okay. Explain that in the movie for people who don't know the comics.
Rapid fire.
The rapid fire reminds me of the RoboCop's gun. The sort of semi-automatic pistol. That's cool.
We should just stop and watch RoboCop.
Oh, a much better movie.
RoboCop's so good.
So far, my favourite thing in the movie is the logo.
I like the yellow font with the black stroke.
Yeah, that's the font is the best part of the movie so far.
Dredd and Remar face off. He kills Remar.
He shoots him, so he's giving it the old speech. He's saying, you know, you're getting 4 months for this, 5 years for a deadly weapon, 20 years for resisting arrest. And then he looks at the rookie and says, and for killing a judge, you get... James Remar goes, let me guess, life. And he turns and he shoots him in the face and he goes, death. Oh, it was bad, man. That was in the script. I didn't make that up. It sounds like something I'd make up, but that was written down. Oh, he's law daft. I will say this, Judge Dredd is law daft. He loves the law. Speaking of law daft, I am the law! Right, we're going to take a wee break here. Right, we'll play some game show music under my cairn. Right. Just out an edit and you're like...
Oh, an edit.
But I appreciate the effort, okay. Thank you everybody for coming today. This is I Am the Law. My name is Ryan, I'm your host. My guest today is Karen. How you doing? I've wrote general banter in my notes.
I don't know what this is.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 of those. I'm going to read them out there from around the world. It's a basic true or false game. You say true or false. If it's true, you'll hear this sound. I am the law. And if it's not true, you'll hear I know the law. Is that alright? I don't know.
You're like wee shy, Ronnie. Can we play my game?
I can't stop playing.
Go for it, man.
It would be so shite. Canadian artists must be featured on Canadian radio stations at least 35% of the time between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
True.
I am.
Yeah, that's no way, cool.
Well, no, yeah, that's true. Okay, true or false? It is illegal to feed pigeons in Venice.
False.
I am.
Is that... Oh,
It's true.
I fed pigeons in Venice.
Oh, you bastard.
Allegedly.
In the UK, it is illegal to die in the House of Commons.
False.
I know the law.
Oh,
that's... Oh, you're right.
Oh,
No,
aye,
I know
aye.
it's not his fault.
Aye.
Yeah, do you not get my very specific rules?
It's my first time on this show.
You're fucking last. In Belarus, any Nazi memorabilia must be burned in front of at least 2 government officials.
True.
I know the law. Right, one more. I've not been keeping score. I just realised.
I'm just happy to be here.
You're doing great. Winnie the Pooh merchandise is banned in Poland. I'll be specific here. It's Winnie the Pooh merchandise, so it's not just all the characters, it's the character of Winnie the Pooh specifically.
What's wrong with the bear? True.
I am the law. Apparently it is considered lewd because it's not wearing pants.
So we Donald Duck, wouldn't he be?
Well, Donald Duck apparently isn't on the law. On the law! But, you're right, Donald Duck doesn't wear trousers either, but he's gets away with it for some reason.
He's fucking kicking about an orbit, alright.
Anyway, that is it for this week's edition of I'm the Law!
What did I win? Hello? Why is the lights on out?
You won.
Hello? Hello?
You won an education. You're welcome.
I feel...
Right, goodbye everybody.
I feel
Woo!
dumber. Oh, this is when Hershey, Mrs. Diane Lane's forced to say, wouldn't it be good to have an emotion once in a while?
Is that just setting up the fact that he doesn't have any emotions? They're just really playing on the fact that he's not human?
I think it's not just suggesting it, I think they're fucking nailing it to your forehead. Schneider's in a bin. Schneider's in a bin.
Where he fucking belongs, by the way.
You said you remembered this for your
This is my
little Wayne.
only scene, because like he opens a bin and Schneider's in there and he's got spaghetti all over him. Even though this is a bin. This is a bin for recycled products. You don't put spaghetti in a recycle bin for a start, right? But
He's in a bin.
he's in a bin hiding for the gunfire. And for some reason, Dredd's raging at him for tampering with a government droid or something.
He gives him 5 years.
That's funny. He shoves 5 years up his arse behind him.
He was just hiding. He just took one look at his group and said, fucking 5 years.
Rob Schneider, 5 years. I thought that was it. I thought, oh good, there's a lot less Rob Schneider in this movie than I thought. He's away in jail. I thought we were done with old Robbo.
They try to make this a thing. He reappeared for Demolition. Well, he was in Demolition Man, remember?
Is he in Demolition Man? Because I was having this. I thought this was like a Mandela effect.
He's the Free Seashells wiener man. He pure laughs at him and Dredd and Stallone's like, honka chonka. Remember that scene? The mind bang.
I've wrote here on my notes, council meeting, something about resources, I don't care.
Can I read what I wrote?
Yeah.
Pure boring Judge Council scene. Apart from Big Max von Sydow.
Yeah, I mean, dead weird having a good actor in this movie.
I mean, Sydow will do some pish, man. He will do some
this
pish.
proves it. This is the pishiest of the pish.
Petty crimes should mean death is kind of where the state is getting tougher. Some of this, I don't mind us being very vague because the movie doesn't know what's going on either.
Aye, the script is falling apart before our eyes here. Judge Dredd is called into the room by Max von Sydow. 16 minutes in, I've wrote here, is when he takes his helmet off. The 16-minute mark in the movie, we've got his helmet off, which is, as far as I know, is like a cardinal sin in the Dredd world.
You don't do that. That's the thing. You don't do that. Let's not make a massive thing about it. Like that's been talked about to death. Like,
no, but I'm just saying that's a big deal for people who maybe don't know that.
You've spat in the faces of the people that's probably going to fill your feeders. Like, to a degree, and then to another degree, I don't care, because it's Stallone. See, as soon as you saw the word Stallone above Judge Dredd...
he's not hiding his face. Dredd's been asked to go to the academy to teach the students ethics.
We get the guy giving the news report.
Yeah.
Crime's getting worse in Mega City and stuff like that. This is Mitchell Ryan, the dad from Dharma and Greg.
Oh, right, okay. That's what that is, okay.
Do you remember him from Dharma and Greg?
I didn't watch it. I know that show, but I didn't.
He was the Man in Black in Halloween.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I do. Now, the bad guy, the villain in the movie, Rico, is introduced.
It's very Fortress by Stuart Gordon, you know, the Christopher Lambert movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Armand Asante as Rico. What do you think of this performance, man?
Do you know what? It's not good, the performance, but most of the performances in this movie are not good, so I don't think it stands out as particularly bad. I don't think he was kind of slated for this movie in particular for some reason, but he's just as shite as everybody else.
I feel like he's like one of the ones that just kind of gets it. Like, this is just...
It's a big hammy bad guy, a lot of shouting, a lot of over the top acting, but it's a big stupid 90s action movie that's kind of out your one.
He gets handed a gadget.
This is cool. It's got a badge in it that has his name on it, and then the contraption that has his badge kind of turns into a gun. I don't really know what's going on here, but it's kind of cool. And he shoots the guy, he points the gun at him and says, "What is the meaning of life?"
I wrote, "You're a gadget." So there's a couple of these just like, this is loaded with quips, man. There's a lot of quips, man.
This is quip daft. Well, they love their quips.
It's a cool gun, shoots the dude in the throat. This is R-rated?
Yeah, this is one of the more violent scenes. And it's an 18, this movie, for some reason. He shoots him in the throat, says, "What's the meaning of life?" Then points the gun and shoots him and says, "It ends." It's not even a good quip. That doesn't really make sense. So then he escapes. He's got this escape sequence, which is alright.
I'll take any jail escape sequence. Are you the same?
Yeah.
Give me any escape sequence, man.
Luckily, this one's quite short. He just basically shoots his way out. So this is the ethics class that he's supposed to be teaching that I spoke about, but he's shooting.
Man, this is ethics to Dredd.
Exactly. He's shooting.
Signal flare!
And then he gets on the bike, or he goes to show them this bike, the students. The Lawmaster, and it malfunctions, doesn't work.
I like this aspect of the movie. Looper kind of did it great with the bikes.
This weird scene happens where he sort of gives this speech to these students about the law, and he says the most important thing is this, and he pulls out this, what I think is a Bible, which it kind of is to him, I guess, because it was...
Mixed gender locker room, Robocop!
Nay titties.
There you go again. There he goes.
See if that's just Starship Troopers. Do you know what you're seeing? 10 to 12 pairs of titties.
Your problem is you're comparing this damn thing to Verhoeven movies, man. What is up with you?
I'm just saying, this was 1995. It was just throw me a pair.
It's R-rated though. It should warrant like some dong or...
And in these movies, like in Robocop and in Starship Troopers, it's full of this carry on within locker rooms and people are unnecessarily naked.
See if it was me. See like the codpiece. See if he's that confident about the codpiece. Just get his dong out, man. Do it. None of the rest of them did it. Just get it out.
Somebody else will be the first to do it.
They light Stallone here with this like inverted mask, and it's like this weird noir lighting. Like, it's pure bright on his eyes, which are crystal blue, by the way.
Yeah. Is that contacts, or is he just very handsome?
No to both. No, he's a handsome dude. He's got good like bone structure and stuff like that.
One side of his face.
This is when we get some speech between Dredd and Hershey. This is based off a storyline in the comics, man, the progs.
She says, "Have you not had any friends?" And said, "I used to have a friend." She's like, "Oh, what happened?" And he just goes, "I judged him."
I judged him! I judged him.
Aye, he's delivered. He's not good.
But he is trying here, man.
He thinks he's acting here.
I judged.
Like, he thinks he's pulling out a Rocky performance here.
Does he whisper it like a nice? I judged him.
What happened? He goes, judged him.
I judged him.
Aye.
It's got conviction though. I like Rico in a body bag. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, when he's escaping prison, he's pretending to be in a body bag. He jumps out, he shoots the guy through the body bag.
How long was he hanging there?
That's a weird thing as well. That's a very elaborate plan. Then Rico goes to this shop. Again, this is a kind of would have been a cool scene showing you the streets.
Oh, this stuff works.
Yeah. He's out in the sort of scummy streets of Mega City 1. And he goes into this wee sort of back alley. I guess it's like a black market weapons store or something.
Owned by Mr. Ian Drury. Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Who I actually wrote here. I felt bad. He seemed nice.
Yeah.
Because he lets him in and then he shoots the shopkeeper.
No,
I'm like, why did he shoot him? He seems sound.
It's the pure Terminator, man. Oh, it's brutal. He gets let inside this pure CEX, pure cash converters bit, like the back room, and there's this like law box there, and he gets presented the lawgiver, and he goes to grab it, and Andrew's like, whoa, you don't want to do that. Take your arm off or something like that.
Aye.
And
because it's a DNA thing, so if you touch it and you're not a judge.
Oh, look at that! I must be a judge.
Aye, and he shoots him in the face. It's just like
brutal.
Guy seemed alright. Didn't need to do that. And then he brings a robot back to life.
This is the ABC Warrior. I know this as Hammerstein. I've always read it as. This is in the novels.
Was this the big robot?
Yeah, which is stunning in this. Absolutely stunning. Best thing about the film.
It's okay. I have a problem with it at the end of the movie.
I like its rustic quality. The eyes glowing is amazing, man. The sound design blew my mind. It is amazing.
Again, all this is true, but it doesn't really pay off for me. Again, we'll get to that.
This is Mitchell Ryan, my man in black, talking some garbo about bringing down the system with his wife.
Him and his wife get taken out by fake Dredd, and then that's how Dredd gets it pinned on him, because the gun is Judge Dredd's gun, the same bullets, the same DNA. Something about DNA bullets. I've wrote here, this is my notes. He goes to jail in Aspen.
Well, you've got one Mr. Jurgen Prochnow as Judge Griffin's obviously going to be a pure slimy character.
You can tell immediately, like, I've never seen this movie all the way through before, and as soon as he's on screen, I'm like, that's a bad guy.
We like a bit of Air Force One, am I right?
Oh, that's a very good movie, yes.
I've been referring to us as the Air Force 2.
Oh, nice, like it.
Prochnow suggests that Von Sydow does the long walk to save Dredd.
So, how does this work? I'm confused. So, Von Sydow steps down from his position to do the long walk. How does that save Dredd, though? I don't understand.
It's like an offering of some sort.
Like, if I step down from my position...
It's mandatory in this world of the movie 1995 that you will do this anyway, as I understand. But in the comic, it did happen in the comic.
But it wasn't mandatory, it was like a punishment.
No, it was, the long walk does exist, but it wasn't mandatory. I remember Judge Minty was the first to take the long walk when his mental capabilities started to sort of falter.
So what is the long walk? Like, I know it's just walking into the wasteland, but like, is it just walking until you die, basically? Is it just another word for a death sentence?
If you're disgraced or disillusioned, you take the long walk. You are no longer seen fit to... You've acted as a hand of God as well, so there's no place for you as well. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Man on Fire does a little bit of that, and it's excellent.
But what I'm saying, that's good, but it doesn't really explain this in the movie.
Movie's all over the place, man.
But your explanation is much better in the 5 to 10 seconds than what this movie does in an hour and a half.
It feels like an offering of sorts, but you're right, it's totally loose, man. Dredd is sentenced. Fargs takes his walk. The score is good. I like this score, man. This is a cool wee sequence. The salute fire. Nah.
Yeah, this sequence isn't bad, but again, I don't know what's happening. I get that this is supposed to be a big deal, but the movie is not explaining to me why. So as an average audience member, I'm like, what is this long walk? Is it just going for a long walk?
We get the sequence of Hershey breaking into Dredd's locker.
Weird scene. Why was she doing that?
Not only that, she would probably be executed for that.
That's treason, surely.
She would be on that ship right next to Dredd, certainly,
Yeah.
which would have been a better adventure than who we get, which is coming up.
Yeah.
She sees photos of young Dredd and Rico together.
Mm-hmm.
That locker would be cleared as well, by the way. Like, this is a cover-up. That locker would be... You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
This thing doesn't go that deep, no really.
No.
No really, Ryan?
No, it should, but it doesn't.
Rico meets Proc now, aka Judge Griffin, for a scumbag meeting. Classic scumbag meeting.
Aye. Too bad he's explaining the plot.
We get the Hammerstein robot again. The sound design is blowing my mind continuously. Asante is just screaming his tits off this whole time.
Aye. I've wrote here, my note just says the bad guys want to create fear and chaos in the city.
Here, he does.
Aye, no,
You
they
could
do.
say he's successful.
They succeed.
I like the prison shuttle sequence, man.
If it isn't for the fact that sitting beside Judge Dredd, he's back.
Imagine.
Schneidy's back.
Imagine that.
Imagine sitting in a plane beside him, never mind a prison shuttle. In fairness, he rightly gives him shit though, because like he realises that he's also going to jail. And remember, Judge Dredd says something like, "I was mistakenly put in jail." He's like, "Oh, I thought the law doesn't make mistakes." And I'm like, do you know what, Schneidy? That's a good point.
He's gone to the same place as him. You think that's smart? Would you wind up that big ball bag, man? He is coming for you, man. You hope you'll get covered in spaghetti.
There's a prisoner behind Schneider who, for some reason, has a shiv in his hand and decides to try and shiv Dredd instead of shiving Schneider.
He gets his cell out of this wee sort of Alton Towers roller coaster number, goes to shiv people. I like this sequence.
The shuttle is shut down by some hippies.
I think that hippies, man.
I've wrote hippies because at this point they're not really been introduced to us. I don't know who these people are yet. It's just a couple of people.
The Angel Family's bud, man. Mr. Ewan Bremner.
Yeah, who's Ewan Bremner? Is he the one that's like,
Pa! Hey, Pa! We get the amazing Scott Wilson as Pa, and...
He's not amazing in this movie.
Oh, Scott Wilson rules!
Oh, maybe not in this movie.
Oh.
The bad guy judges paid these hippies to do this. Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre sort of House of Eyes.
They pure want to eat them, Ryan. It's funny.
They want to eat Rob Schneider for some reason.
I would not eat Rob Schneider if you paid me a fortune.
Oh, no. The big guy with the switch in his head is Goofy.
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine, I assume he's in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, this scene could have been good, and I can understand why on paper maybe this would have worked.
I still think it's okay, man. This is alright.
It's usually a good scene where when he realises they're cannibals and he looks over and you see like the roasting body.
That's cool.
A body being roasted,
Yeah.
that they've either just ate or they're just about to eat. He's been skinned and roasted on a fire.
Cannibals.
This really terrible Rob Schneider where he's like pretending to be religious and he's like, "Oh, praise Jesus, I'm just like you."
I get his move. You need to respect that move. He says he's got gonorrhea, don't eat me.
I don't eat. I've got eczema and I've got pimples and I used to have gonorrhea. He's improved all these lines, thinking they're funny, and nobody in the set's laughing.
You know, Stallone was like, "Give me that guy from SNL." Probably meant Sandler, the water boy himself. Dredd escapes and batters them.
Aye, this scene's fine. Have a sort of shootout. He kills all the family, the Angel family, immediately, apart from
You killed my pa. Fargs has been his long walk. Just manages to be in the area. He's just in the area.
That's what I was about to say. Max von Sydow comes up, he's like, "Oh, do you need a horror or whatever the fuck?" Immediately gets stabbed in the back.
Mean Machine gets him.
So I've wrote Max von Saviour is killed by Goofy Robot. When he's killing Mean Machine, he does something with a wire. He pulls a wire at his back and says something about, he charges him with offence of using electricity, and then he electrocutes him to death.
Cut to Baltasar Getty, Cadet Nathan. This like reverse AI thing's kind of cool though. That's kind of what they're doing here.
You know, it's weird that like this is more relevant now than I guess they thought it was going to be.
Absolutely, it's really cool.
When he finds out the picture is fake.
The effect is really good as well. Absolutely, yeah, I can't fault a thing about it.
When I was watching this, I was surprised by how not shite this looked. Yeah. So basically, they find out that the baby doesn't have a mother and father, or if it does, it's not the people in this picture, and that it's just made in a lab. I guess hinting to
the Janus Project.
Yeah, which is
his little test tube baby.
Him and Rico were created to be the perfect judges, to be the law. Basically, like they've created them in a lab
from Fargs.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, I don't know. Blood, probably, man.
That's a joke that Schneider made, isn't it, in the background? He's like, so who's the mom? Who did the dad knock up?
And you know Stallone would have been like, show some class. But he'd have turned and went,
that's a good tune, mate.
writes it down.
Go tell his wife later.
To tell his pals in his bear Frank. Oh, yeah, this once, little Rob told me, he can't even do it right. Ryan, he goes...
Just slammers him in his face.
Frank's like, oh God, I'm so worried about him.
But he needs a job, so he's like, a good one, bro.
Can I be in Judge Dredd too?
No. You're gonna be a Judge Dredd too. Stop asking me, Frank.
It's your classic super soldier story.
Super Soldier, he was created in a test tube to be the perfect judge.
Generally, for me, clones and stuff like that, I'm out. No, thank you. I'm the same with like telepathy and stuff like that, though. Not massively my thing.
Sort of shite, basically, isn't it?
Multiplicity, because Michael Keaton. I would talk to 1,000 Michael Keatons. That'd be brilliant. That'd be 1,000 different Batman creations. We get a Stallone hero shot as he cocks the gun. This score is great, man. I think this is solid. Yeah,
it's ruined though, but the score's okay. But he looks up. He just happens to be looking up at Lady Justice. Like, see the big statue that's holding the scales of justice. Why is that just where he happens to fall dead? He's just standing there looking up at it, and he cocks the gun and he says, "Let's go find Rico." Fuck off with this scene, man.
I mostly had a problem with, like, why are you bringing this wee wiener with you? I would kick his ass to the curb. Why would you want dead weight Schneider?
I don't see. Thank you, because like at this point, I'll let you away with it. I'll give you 5 years, but we're now even. You go your way, I'll go my way. I'm going to go find the bad guy. You fuck off, and I hope we never see you again. We're now introduced to a random lady doctor.
This is Joan Chen,
who's with the bad guys,
playing Elsa. I think
Elsa is her name. Yep. She's sort of introduced randomly as just like a doctor who helps them.
I've got the character name as Vague Scientist. She's great in Twin Peaks, man. Real
She's
great.
a decent actress.
Good presence and stuff like that. Quite intimidating, really good. Well, she sort of becomes Rico's girlfriend, which is weird.
Now go on to the sort of montage of the chaos in the streets. So
this all works for me. This should have been the movie.
This is what I'm saying. This is one of the good parts of the movie, because it's all outside.
They're bombing judges, they're hot wiring stuff, the bit they appear from the trash is really cool.
Yeah, although the robot, how does that...
I still like this. I thought this could, if this was the whole movie and he had to navigate the streets.
This should have been the opening scene. There's chaos in the streets, all these judges are getting killed, what's going on, Judge Dredd needs to be called in to save the day, and then we just have a big action movie for then on.
But you could do this where this happens, right, and chaos kicks off immediately as soon as Judge Dredd's on that shuttle. He crashes and fights his way through the cursed earth back into Mega City 1. If he is unmasked, this is the way to do this. They don't know who he is, so he's just a warrior on the streets trying to fight for justice. That would have been great.
That's like... You've pitched a great movie. That's a much more interesting movie.
Schneider moaning there's no way in. He's such a wee dick, man. It's too hot to do that. How long until even though he could see the wad, you know what I mean?
Aye, he's that wee arsehole.
I would have given him the old Rocky 2, man, and just bolted.
Just punched him. All he has to do, right, so they have this plan to run down this tunnel.
I still like this sequence a bunch, man. This is cool.
I don't. In theory, it's good. They need to run up this tunnel. They've only got 30 seconds. They need to run up the tunnel. It's because flames are coming out of a river, right? Schneider falls immediately and fucks up. Immediately.
It adds a wee bit of tension, man.
No, but it's just him being a dick again.
This is when I'm leaving him. I'm sorry,
exactly,
you're toast.
This is what I'm saying. Why does he turn and help Schneider? Why isn't he just like, do you know what? Fuck you. Shoots the floor grate and then jumps down and leaves him to burn.
He's learning to love.
Rob Schneider?
He's learning to love.
You're no saving Rob Schneider.
I'm no saving Rob Schneider.
You're throwing him into the flames.
That's a bit harsh, man. I wouldn't give him a horn. That's all.
You're no helping him. You might know pushing him, but you're definitely not picking him up.
See the craziest part? You almost know he's going to fall. Don't you? You're running.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
this
he's
scene
a
is
liability.
made for him to fuck up. And he falls straight away. It's not even like right at the end for drama. He falls immediately right in his arse.
I just shrugged like, well, you made it this far. Well done. That's cool. Like, we get a lawmaster detecting that there's an alien device on board. It's a bomb. This is cool. All this stuff ground level works.
That's fine.
96 judges have been wiped out. That is crazy.
That's a lot of judges.
Procknow suggests an alternative to replacing the judges would be to reignite the Janus project.
Basically just make a bunch of clones. Which is, you know what? Like, 96 of your officers have just died. Just get some clones out.
You're going to need to do something.
Even the worst that happens is their cannon fodder, they store it at the front.
The ADR with this judge. You see this, like, I don't know how else to describe him. He's like a young, sort of good-looking judge.
What is it he says? Well, what is it he doesn't say? He grabs the gun off and says, I knew it was you, Dredd.
But his
mouth is not moving. Don't even know if it's him that's saying the line or if it's some other actors come into voiceover.
Some other actor. Schneider was paid twice. I'll take anything and go, I can do that. You finishing that sandwich?
You making copies?
Can I keep that spaghetti?
He's on the bin. He's actually in a bin. One set.
He's like, you know, like the Grouch. Stallone was like, hey, get in the bin. He jumps down the stairs. It's really cool. It's like, Stallone
cool
does
the way he jumps.
I don't know. He does this big jump. Back when it wasn't CGI, I guess you just saw an actor jump down some stairs.
Stallone is wearing this t-shirt.
Oh, aye.
Man, this t-shirt is tight.
Schneider and Stallone jump on the Lawmaster. This is
a callback to earlier, because this is the Lawmaster that was malfunctioning earlier. So it doesn't work, and in order to get it to work, so he just punches it.
Cool, man. He shoots a hole in the wall.
Very 90s. Like,
it's cool.
No, I don't mind it, but I'm just saying it's very 90s. Like, it's not working. Oh, this piece of shit won't work. He punches it and suddenly it works.
This green screen flying. Oh, it's Dreamcast. Thank you, 64.
Schneider makes another joke here saying, like, you're going to have to change the seat on this bike, implying that he pissed himself. This is the opening scene of Attack of the Clones.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Do you know what I'm talking about, where Anakin jumps
He's
out the
jumping on and that is so stupid.
But this is that scene. This is this scene or Attack of the Clones opening. What's the better action sequence?
Anything over Attack of the Clones, always. Anything over those three movies. If all those don't exist, I don't like that you're talking about it or looking at me now. This holographic advertisement kills you.
That wouldn't be lethal. Why can't you just fly through that? Why is it not just like a...
Aerial travel is possible. This wouldn't be allowed.
It's far too dangerous. You have guns dying constantly.
We don't just have a big metal chopping block in city streets that you need to walk through that says Coca-Cola on it.
Dried up a wall.
There's no back on the bike though, I don't think, is there?
You just immediately fall off.
Again, Schneider, bye! Schneider and him get separated. He pulls Schneider up. His quip is, need help, kid? Schneider is 47 in this. You know this is a short round situation. They want him seeming like this wee spunky sort of like mafia.
He's got a mortgage, man. He's not a short round.
He's not got a mortgage. He lives in a bin with spaghetti.
That's true, but you know what I mean. He's old enough to apply for one.
But that's what they're going for.
And it doesn't work because, as you said, Schneider's a grown ass man.
I'd have let him crash
but
again.
You
made it this far.
He's wearing jorts, so he kind of fucking looks at a child.
I mean, I wear jorts and I look like a child, but I'm a man. I'm a wee man. Wee man. We get Hershey's apartment.
Rob Schneider saying something about like, she's not going to get her rent deposit back because it's been trashed.
Stallone
Fuck off at this point, Rob Schneider.
Just exhaling. How long do I need to stand next to this wee prick?
Aye, I'm done with him.
Oh man, this love plot that they attempt, it's not that it isn't in it in the novels and the stories, the progs, man, but this just doesn't work. Schneider interrupts them here. I wrote that he mega cock blocks them. This lab double crossing nonsense, man, what?
I don't know. This is one bad guy turns another bad guy and he rips his arms and legs off.
Pretty
with
decent.
The robot. That was cool.
Pretty cool. We get a low rent shot from the feet blood
yeah,
pours
the
down.
blood pouring down. That's good practical effects and quite
Nice.
violent. I like that.
Dark red blood as well.
Yep.
Schneider gets shot up by this robot, man.
So again, this is one of the many scenes in this movie that I wished and hoped that he died. But he's a cockroach, man. He does not die. This robot shoots fuck at him and he survives and he's still making annoying jokes.
The clones, we see these pure clones, they're pure gammy, man.
They're shit, big white painted clones.
They're pure crap clones, man. We get Armando Sante monologue here. Woofed.
Aye, he chews the scenery here, man.
He thinks he's in a Scorsese picture, man. This is a Danny Cannon film, remember?
He's giving it socks. I'll get to him. He's
Totally.
been a big baddie for the 90s here. But he's having his big speech, his big monologue about how they're clones. He's just embraced the fact that they're clones. They're no humans. They're better than humans. They're gods and all that shit. And Dredd's like, no. You know, I can't take this scene seriously when it's just two big dafties barking at each other.
Man, they just...
I don't care about either of them. I want them both to die and
Listen,
kill each other.
they just kind of fight until it ends. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, aye, this is what happens. So, Rob Schneider hacks this big robot.
Oh, man.
And when I say hacks, I mean he pulls a couple of wires out its back.
Mate, he rides this robot.
He's riding on the back of this robot. Because we hear at one point in the movie that Rob Schneider's like a master hacker. We never actually see him do any master hacking. We see him at one point like messing with a laptop in Hershey's room, and that's it. And at another point, like when they're reading out his crimes and Dredd, when he finds him in the bin at the start of the movie, and he's reading out his crimes, he says, "Oh, you get 5 years for hacking public property." Blah blah blah.
That's more explanation than Luda becoming a world class hacker in those Fast movies, man. Because he was just like a mechanic in that second one.
Oh
like,
man, those fast movies. He jumps in the back of this robot, pulls a couple of wires out its back, and apparently that means he's hacked it. It turns on the bad guys. We now have a fight. It's Rob Schneider fighting the robot, Dredd fighting Rico, and it's Hershey fighting the Asian doctor, who of course knows some kung fu because she's Asian.
You got that right up until like
Die Hard
4, man, Maggie. Yeah, like
obviously that's like very talented.
he even makes fun of it in the movie.
Turns around and kicks him right in
He
the
was a
face.
hot commodity at that period, man.
Is he still? Is it fair to say?
He's coming back in a big way, and I'm rooting for him, man.
I like Justin Long a lot.
He's great. Justin Long rules. Do you remember Ed?
Yep,
The sitcom. I loved Ed, man.
They're having this fight, the two female characters. Ayla, when she's on the ground, shouts bitch, and then Hershey says it's Judge bitch and punches it. Fuck off with this dialogue, man. Who wrote this? Another sort of final fight here, which takes place in the head of the Statue of Liberty.
Pure X-Men stuff, man. Like, I mean, this is in the comic. This is real.
Yeah.
All properties are named after, pop culture. Peach Trees in the Carl Urban movie, the Mega Block that takes place in, that was a cafe that Alex Garland and John Wagner would meet and discuss Dredd.
Okay.
So
cool.
It's always like really relevant sort of pop culture references. This fight isn't... I struggle to remember it now when I'm looking at notes
he punches
of it.
him. Rico punches him a few times and goes to throw him off. He's hanging, doing some dangling acting. We spoke about that on...
You said this was...
Kissing Booth. This is
some rough dangling.
This is some dangling action. So Stallone's dangling, does the bad guy trope of doing his wee monologue and talking too much, goes to shoot him, runs out of bullets or something like that.
The gun jams.
So that's why Dredd grabs the gun and says flare round or something, and it changes. He shoots a flare, it distracts him, then he grabs him and says, what's the quip he uses right at the end here? Says, I'll be the judge of that or something, then throws him off the roof. I've noted here that it's like the opposite of Hans Gruber. He's fallen from the tower, but like obviously when Hans falls, he falls. The camera's on his face. You see the fear in his eyes as they're like slipping. But this guy falls arse first, so it's not very cinematic. And then the movie just kind of ends in this weirdly, really rushed wrap up scene. It's like they come down to the bottom of Statue of Liberty. All the cops are standing out in the street. They're like, "Oh, you've been exonerated. We know you're innocent."
It's Star Wars medal
ceremony. It's the medal scene. It's just like, "Oh, everything's worked out fine. We know you're innocent.
Everything's cool.
The bad guy's been caught. You can be the chief now if you want."
You're the man.
Aye. And he goes, "No, I don't want to be the chief.
You
I
have
want
a
to be a
huge
street
dong, by the way. We ever
Yep.
told you
Your
that?
penis is so huge. You're the best. You're so handsome, by the way. Get your blue eyes. Do you want to be the leader of the free world?" And he's like, "No, I'm a street cop or I'm a street or whatever." He gets on his bike, puts his helmet on, kisses the girl, and drives off onto the sunset. It's really weird.
You could do more good in that position, probably.
I don't play politics. He doesn't want to be a desk jockey, Kim.
Oh, he plays politics. Like, he would listen to a lot of Pantera these days, you know?
Oh, yes,
you know
yes,
what I mean?
I see what you've done there.
This end shot of him driving into the map painting of Mega City 1's stunning.
It's a shame this is the only good shot in the movie.
I do like that ground level stuff, man.
No, there is some good, there's some nice visuals in this movie that is wasted by the terrible dialogue and the bad scenes that they're in. The set design's really nice sometimes, again, but all this shit that happens inside it just ruins it. There is potential in this movie. I firmly believe that there is another movie in here somewhere that's lying on the cutting room floor that's a much better version. This just got Stallone's big sweaty, greasy handprints all over it. He's wanted to make himself look good. He's wanted to give himself the big dong, the big face. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. He's wanting to make this a Stallone show when it really shouldn't be, and it just doesn't work for me. And even as an action movie, okay, right, fair enough, forget this is Judge Dredd, forget this is a pre-existing character. Imagine this was an original movie, right? And Judge Dredd doesn't exist. It's been created just for this movie world. It's just a boring action movie. The action in it's not even that good. The fight scenes aren't that good. The villain's no interesting. Rob Schneider's a shitey sidekick. It just doesn't work for me at any level. I'm giving it a 1 coconut.
1 coconut?
1.
Okay. I sentenced Judge Dredd 1995 to 2 out of 5 coconuts. It's just totally fine. I'm not raging when I watch it. I don't have a huge thing about this movie, the way that a lot of people do. Despite being a huge fan of the progs, magazines, mega collections, figures and games, I've always had a fascination with that design of Dredd. The bulky shoulders,
I like that,
the
cool.
chunky hat, the chunky helmet. I've got the signatures of a lot of the artists. I really adore the art, particularly in the Necropolis storyline. I've always just thought of this as a sort of Stallone 95 kind of video game movie, rather than an adaptation of the series, with some decent set pieces as well. I like the shuttle crash scene and the pipe fire sequence quite a bit. I think both of those sequences are quite memorable. There's better examples of the prison shuttle, I'll totally say that, but the fire sequence is pretty cool.
He is more annoying in this movie than Pauly Shore is in Encino Man.
I'd have rather seen what Pauly Shore could do with this. But,
See, to be honest, man.
I am the law.
Oh, man, no, don't actually. Oh, that's actually maybe worse. I'm just trying to picture Pauly Shore in this one, because this is 95, he would have done this in a heartbeat.
Oh, he would have been choking for this. I won't watch this again probably for a long time, but I'm 35 and I'm just not precious about this kind of stuff anymore. I don't even care about the argument.
That's the thing, I don't hate this movie, it's just very boring and forgettable. I'll forget this movie and never want to watch it again.
There's worse movies though, you know? There's worse sci-fi kind of Blade Runner knockoffs. This is fine, it's just not Dredd. It's just not Judge Dredd. It's a 1 out of 5 coconut with a pure decent 1 coconut for The Cure's Dredd song.
Oh, that's true. I've gave my 1 coconut for The Cure and for the opening title sequence with all the comics.
It's a good track, that Dredd song, but he does not care to the point that he called it Dredd song. Like, he refused to be on soundtracks and stuff. We got The Crow, but this original song, he clearly had no. It's a good track though. Robert Smith.
Why do you think they've done it? It doesn't seem. I was about to say, it seems very uncure though to do that.
Yeah. That was Judge Dredd 1985.
Maybe it'll get better next week. Why don't you roll the trailer and we'll find it?
Roll the trailer! Roll the trailer!
Where are we? I got a feeling we're not in Brooklyn no more.
They're brothers. They're plumbers.
Oh no. Mario! Luigi!
They're on the trail of a kidnapped princess and a mystical meteorite.
It's incredible!
That gives anyone who possesses it the power. to rule the universe.
Get me the rock! Come and get it, lizard breath!
Now, they must rescue the princess.
Alien species escaping.
And make it safely back
Later, alligator.
to our world
Are you alright?
before time runs out.
Save him!
Get him.
Yes!
Super Mario Brothers. This ain't no game.